Konnichiwa, mina, boku wa Jeremy desu. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Today is day 162. It is Wednesday, June the 11th, 2014. I hope that you are well. Just got out of the shower again, so I'm drying off. That's why I'm like this. My apologies for my male upper nudity. Yay! Anyway, today we are going to answer a question that some people like to know. Maybe, perhaps, hopefully, maybe, I really don't know. Does this thing taste like shit? Yes, I got this idea kind of from a girl that has a channel called Graveyard Girl, and she's so funny. Her name is Bunny, from what I understand in the videos, and she does these videos every once in a while. I think she has like a daily vlog like I do, but she does videos where people send her things, or she goes out to the store, buys things from, like orders things from online, like, you know, the as seen on TV products, and tries them out, and, you know, goes through all the motions, how to use them. Doesn't care much for instructions, but then really... who does, right? But anyway, so I'm like, I wonder what I could do some kind of similar to that. That wouldn't impede too much on it. But I figured, you know, people like to know how things taste and whatnot, so I'm going to do some little sample things of a couple things. Nothing too scary, because I'm not that brave, mind you. But we're going to test out to see if things taste really, really bad. And we're going to start off with, does this thing taste like shit? And it is the new Pepsi NEXT. Now, I don't actually know how new it is, but I think it is somewhat naturally sweetened, 30% less sugar versus the leading regular cola. I wonder who that is. Couldn't be Coca-Cola now, could it? Anyway, Pepsi NEXT, 30% less sugar. What is in this? Oh God, it's terrifying. Carbonated water, sugar, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural flavors, caffeine, and stevia extract. Stevia is nasty. Nasty. That's absolutely nasty. But we'll give it a try and see what it tastes like. Ooh. There's a click, as you can see. I'm just opening it for the first time. So, does this thing taste like shit? Oh. It is incredibly sweet. Like, I'm a man that likes my sweet. I love a lot of sweet. But this is nasty. This is absolutely nasty. And my phone is ringing, but we're going to have to ignore that. We're going to have to ignore that. We're going to have to ignore that. There we go. Anyway. Oh, God, that's awful. But not at the same time. It's like a... it leaves the same aftertaste in your mouth that aspartame does. And aspartame is absolutely disgusting. Aspartame, especially if left out in the sun, turns into wood alcohol. You don't want to be drinking that shit. Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Diet anything with aspartame in it, not good for you. Oh. I'm beginning to think this might not be that good for you either. Especially with the amount of sugar plus stevia in it, like... it may say 30% less sugar, but stevia kind of adds a little more, way more sweetness to it. Ugh. I'm a glutton for punishment, apparently. I don't know. The taste isn't too... Wait. It's like a mixture of grape crush meets cough syrup. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it tastes like to me. It's like grape crush meets cough syrup, that kind of cherry-ish taste of cough syrup, if you can break them down and imagine what that would taste like. So if you ever want to know what Pepsi NEXT tastes like and you don't happen to have any available, but you happen to have grape crush and cough medicine, not that I'm saying that you should take cough medicine without being sick, let's rephrase that. If you happen to be sick and you want to try some Pepsi NEXT and you have a cough that you need cough medicine for, and it's time for you to take the cough medicine, you know, for the cough, and you happen to have some grape crush nearby, then you might as well try the two together, mix it around in your mouth, and see if you decide to vomit. We're going to put that aside for a little bit. It definitely has the other effects that pop has. One of them being the gassy kind of burp. Oh, excuse me. That was a silent burp. Call it a silent burp. And yeah, I'm starting to feel that familiar tingle inside of the... I have irritable bowel syndrome. I should not be drinking stuff like this. Anyway, we'll continue on. Now, the next one is, does this thing taste like shit? It is Del Monte Quality, very cherry packed in water. Now, I've loved these for a long time, and I've been lately doing things like cutting up apples and taking them to work with me, and enjoying them, and I love the cherry things like that. But I've heard some terrible things about this particular one for whatever reason. They come in the little cups like this with just the fruit and so on. And the one thing that scares me the most of this is that little phrase, no sugar added. Whenever anything says that, that disgusts me. A, because it usually means that there is stevia or aspartame or NutraSweet or something like that that they have in it. Or there's absolutely nothing in it. It would also help if I could actually open the damn thing without spraying all over the place, which I'm notorious for. There we go, there we go, haha. So far, so good. You know, another thing is they fill these things so full. I don't know if you can see there, but it's like incredibly full. And yes, it has cherries towards the bottom and stuff, but for whatever reason, everything else seems to be more buoyant in it. So we're going to give this a taste. Hopefully the Pepsi NEXT doesn't take away from the actual taste of it, and we can actually do this as a real experiment. So, bottoms up. Does this thing taste like shit? No, not too bad. It's bland. A little bit. I can't quite tell if the little bit of weird sweetener thing that I'm getting is just because of on my palate I still have like stevia kind of aftertaste. You know what that's like when you have something like an aspartame type. Oh god. But anyway, it's not too bad. This is actually okay. It's not overly sweet, and you can definitely tell the fruit and stuff's there. But the cherries aren't very sweet, and normally that's one thing that I have to have with these is the cherries. They have to taste the best. I mean, that's just how it is. And these ones, well, not so much. But overall, with the whole thing, it isn't too bad. Don't you love it when people talk with their mouth full? I know, it's lovely. Anyway, so what's my verdict on that? Well, it's not too bad. Like I said, I'd be happier if there's a bit more sweetness to the cherries. But overall, it's not too bad, not bitter or anything. The Pepsi NEXT is definitely the worst of the two of them. But if I had to have it, would I? If I had juice nearby, absolutely not. I wouldn't touch the Pepsi NEXT. If there was regular Pepsi or Coke or anything like that, of course I would stay away from that. I'm not one to like diet things. I've never liked diet drinks. They taste horrible. It's like Buckley's. It tastes awful, and really it doesn't work for me. It might work for other people. That's great, but it doesn't for me. And you might like Pepsi NEXT, and you might like these kind of less sugar things. But for me, I've always had a sweet tooth, and I don't buy into the whole thing of, oh, too much sugar is bad for you. Well, no, not really. Anything can be bad for you. Anything can be good for you in moderation, of course. Well, maybe candy's not really that good for you, but you know what I mean, right? You just have to have it in moderation, mix it with exercise, and blah blah blah. Public service announcement. Anyway, that's it for today. There should be very soon, in fact, by the time this video is up on YouTube, I might be making my other video about the third round of guest announcements for Anime Revolution. We've announced 12 already. That's right, there's more. So excited about that. I will see you tomorrow, which is Thursday. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.